Hi everyone, I'm Thilsey, and welcome to the week 4 of the Reaper's Rewards event. It just so happens that the next ingredient is my favorite flower, the death flower. Ooh, I'm a bit worried about this one, not gonna lie. I feel like this week is maybe gonna be kinda difficult. Well then, I guess it's appropriate to start off with Lilith in her garden doing a bit of researching. It's looking a little bit better, things are starting to grow, so maybe I should be a little bit more optimistic than I am. But let's take a look at this week. Obviously we have 2 quests available, looking quite interesting by the titles, but we'll get into that in a second. And the rewards for this week are looking pretty good. We have this freezer bony, we got the tattoo, we got the portrait. I remember talking about these last week, so I'm pretty excited. But now let's actually take a look at the quests. So we need to be reading the Ambrosia newsletter, flirt, or socialize with the Grim Reaper. Oh my gosh, okay. I have to think about what am I gonna do here, and fulfill an aspiration goal. And for the second quest, we need to research Ambrosia on your phone, tablet, or computer, and talk to 3 plants. Well, we could actually get this done first because we are in the garden, so we could just talk to the plants. So let's just talk to a couple of plants here. So Lilith is doing a bit of chatting with the plants, begging them to grow faster because we do have a couple of things that still need to grow. Like this tree hasn't really done much, and I think that we need this as well, so we kind of need to speed things up. And she is on gardening level 6, which is encouraging. And there we go, that step is finished. So now we need to research Ambrosia. She can do that on her phone. I feel like researching that in her little garden area would be quite nice. So let me see, where could that be? Probably in maybe entertainment. Oh, research Ambrosia in home. Okay, let's do that. She has just finished her research. So the death flower is the Grim Reaper's favorite flower. If you offer it when the sim is dying, the Grim Reaper will allow the dying sim to continue living. It can be grown by grafting a pomegranate to an orchid. And we actually unlocked a new reward already, which is a really exciting one because it's the freezer bony. I really want to see that immediately. Let's claim him. A metallic freezer bony. A freezer bony so shiny you can see your reflection in it, assuming you have one. However, now we have to obtain a death flower. That is ridiculous. So I need an orchid and a pomegranate. So we have, I think, orchids growing right here. So actually, Lilith, let me just have you harvest, I guess, everything just so we're safe, and then I can plant an orchid because we do need that. But a pomegranate is going to be a little bit difficult because we're still waiting for this tree to grow. Then I have to graft these 2 and wait for a pomegranate to grow, so I'm really hoping this one's gonna grow quickly now. Oh no, but she harvested and we actually haven't gotten an orchid this time. Look, it's just a lily and a snapdragon. Yeah, I thought that this week would be kind of difficult, so we're already starting off kind of rough. I'm hoping for some better results tomorrow. But let me just comfort myself by trying to find a place for this freezer bony. Let's try to, yeah, he fits here perfectly. And he is quite shiny and nice. I don't think that you can actually see your reflection in it, but it's quite cute. But now what do? We kind of are stuck with this one, so I think that we just kind of have to wait it out. But let me see, we have this other one. We need to read the society newsletter, do this, which I'm a little bit worried about because I have some thoughts on this, and fulfill an aspiration goal. Maybe we can stall and work on this instead. And she does need to evolve 5 different plants, which I'm not too excited for. Maybe we can do a bit of cheating and just switch up some aspirations and just have that be done pretty much instantly. Yeah, that actually did it, so that definitely counted. But I'll just switch back. I just didn't feel like working on the aspiration for real, so that's fine. I'm gonna have her summon Bonhilda because the house is looking a little bit nasty and everyone else is asleep, so oh no. She failed the seance. It was interrupted by what? I think because she's really uncomfortable. She actually has gotten her first ever period. I didn't even realize that she hasn't had one before, so we kind of have to deal with that as well. So maybe let's just take a quick break from her hard work and actually deal with it and just like buy her stuff that she needs. So she's gonna go to the store to get stuff, but I do see that we have mail. Maybe that means that we actually do have the newsletter, so we'll definitely get the mail when she's back. Let's see if we have any mail. Hopefully we'll be lucky at least with this thing because the death flower has really just worried me so badly. Oh, we don't actually have it. Oh no. Oh, are you kidding? As soon as we collected the mail, we actually got some new mail as well. Okay, I think that we actually got the newsletter just now, so I'm gonna have her grab the mail once again. I think that it's definitely here this time. She looks so frustrated. I don't blame her. We're off to a rough start, but let's read this newsletter and hopefully get some good news from it. This week, death flower should be just within reach. Definitely not. Are you seeing how much we're struggling? While you're waiting for it to grow, make sure you continue to working on your cooking and gourmet cooking. Oh, you're so right. We're so behind on that. They will come in handy when you're eventually ready to cook Ambrosia. But let me see if I missed any rewards because we did quite a lot. Have we not really gotten anything new? No. Oh, but we're close to the tattoo. Okay, that's kind of extreme. I guess it makes sense that we have to work hard for it. She did a bit of cooking, but it didn't really do much, so I'm gonna have her read this book again, and hopefully that's actually gonna start raising both of her skills that she needs. Yeah, it is. So, okay, maybe we'll actually reach level 7 this way, and that's gonna be helping with the gourmet cooking as well. I think that this is probably the best approach for cooking, especially for gourmet cooking, because I've been neglecting that. That's my fault for playing this back to back. If I had a bit of time in between, I would have probably grinded this out a little bit better, but it just kind of turned out quite unfortunate. So I'm gonna have her read this until she's level 7, hopefully, and then we can just cook another meal. Oh, she's on gourmet cooking level 2 though. Oh no, Bess! Bess, honey, what are you doing? Ginevra killed you like so long ago. Like, how is this even possible? If you haven't seen my Not So Human challenge, which this household is from, Lilith's mother was a vampire at one point and she killed Bess, but she is still somehow alive and asking for donations all the time. Absolutely not. But anyway, she's on cooking level 7 now, so that's amazing. So I'm gonna have her make some lunch, and then I think that maybe we should actually maybe invite Grim to come for lunch. Oh, I don't know. I am feeling a little bit weird about the flirting bit. I'll talk about that, but I don't know. Let's just have her finish the meal and I'll have a second to think. And while she's cooking, I'm just gonna check on the garden real quick. Do we have any progress here? Not really. If anything, it really needs to be watered and taken care of, which is a bit stressful. Oh, and we just unlocked a new reward. Right, it's the tattoo. Let's claim that and we'll go into cast to see it. Alright, let's check out this tattoo, but I feel like I'm not gonna check it out with Lilith because that's just ridiculous. I don't see her getting tattoos like ever. So I think I'll just go to Ginevra instead because she actually does have a couple of tattoos anyway, so I feel like it's not really as odd for her. Although, I mean, anyone in this household getting a tattoo of the Grim Reaper is strange because they know him, but I think that just for fun, because it would be a bit amusing, I'm gonna give that tattoo to her. Okay, here it is. So let's put that on Ginevra, and you know what? It's actually quite beautiful. I really like this tattoo. It's so pretty. It's kind of low-key, but also extra at the same time. I love it. It's actually really fitting for her. It's just kind of weird because she knows him, but other than that, it's a really pretty tattoo, and I'll leave it on her. But anyway, Lilith, maybe I'm gonna have her read her book for a little bit longer, just so she reaches level 4, so we have this out of the way as well. She is currently pretty low in her gourmet cooking. She just reached level 2, so I feel like she's gonna be here for a while, but at least this is gonna help her regular cooking as well, so I guess it's helpful. It's just a lot. She just reached level 3 cooking, so I think I'm gonna have her stop, maybe take care of herself because she does need to do a couple of things, and then we can deal with Grim. It looks like she's ready now, so let's actually go and invite Grim over. So let's summon the Grim Reaper. I can never get over this living room. It's so nice and colorful and sparkly and like mystical. But anyway, I think that Grim is gonna be right here. God, what a strange spread of people in front of the house. A mermaid, a mailman who's kind of related to us actually. He's married to Ginevra's mother, and the Grim Reaper. What a mess. But anyway, let's just say hi to Grim. And that will immediately fill this goal. But it does say flirt, and it's literally called Flirting with the Grim Reaper. So I feel like we might actually kind of have to go for it, which is a little bit strange. I feel like a little bit weird about it because don't forget Lilith is a teenager and he's technically a young adult. But however, I'm not worried about that part because in my mind, he doesn't really have an age. He's just like an entity. So I wouldn't be really that worried about it. It's just more like he has a bit of a history with her mother. They were never a thing, but it's just, it kind of makes me feel a little bit strange. But this actually raised Lilith's charisma, and she is kind of like, oh, this is bringing out her lover personality even. But she is kind of close to being an adult. Oh, she just learned that Grim is jealous, but she's kind of close to being an adult, and she's starting to, you know, explore and build out her personality and her life. And I feel like maybe she would even want to try to go into flirting. Let's be real, I think that the Grim Reaper is pretty much the only person that would ever be fitting for Lilith, because who would be a better match for her than him? I don't really see any sim ever being more compatible with Lilith. They even have amazing compatibility. I'm not really sure about his traits, but that's a completely different story. But I don't know, I feel like it could work. If anything, I feel like she has authority over Grim and not Grim really over her, because I think that he's kind of intimidated by her based on the first impressions and stuff, and she just finds him like a bit silly. I don't know, know, I feel like it could work. It just kind of messes with me that she's, you know, a little bit young, but again, it doesn't really matter when it comes to the age because Grimm doesn't really have one. It's just kind of weird because her mother knows Grimm. She has a tattoo of him. Let's just go inside and try to chat for a bit and see if maybe we can throw in a little flirt just to try. Just to kind of try out Lilith's like flirting because she hasn't flirted with anyone ever. So I feel like just doing like one innocent flirt probably wouldn't hurt too much. So we can just try to give it a go. Just do like a nice bold pickup line just to tell him that he looks good. I don't know. I feel like it would kind of work. I like it. It's just kind of a little strange because of the circumstances. But I'm not really going to bother with this too much because we did complete the goal and it is getting a little bit awkward. I think that she is maybe pushing things a bit too much. It's a boring conversation even. She's just trying to do like friendly chit chat, but she's not really good at it. That's the problem. But we do have to like focus on our goals as well, which I think he understands. If anything, I feel like he just doesn't really want to chit chat because we have like things to do. But oh, he took that flirt really well. Okay, that's interesting. Not really surprising though. Oh my gosh, that turned him very flirty. Should we try a little bit more just to see if they can actually get their romance bar just for fun? Just like one more flirt and I think I'll just send them away. So let's see if this is gonna do anything. Oh, it absolutely is. When I was trying with Ginevra ages ago, it was really not working, but with Lilith, it's kind of easy. So I feel like they're definitely a good match. No, but she doesn't really want to do this anymore. I feel like maybe she's just not really sure what she's doing. This is all really new to her, so we'll just not push it. Oh, she decided to go to her siblings' room to, well, swear and read her book, which is okay. Oh, and her mother is here as well, so we have a bit of a family moment here. We actually haven't seen really anyone in this episode so far because we've been so busy. Well, she low-key started to like refuse reading the book. I think that she's just exhausted, so I'm gonna send her to sleep. Have we got any new rewards that I potentially missed? No, this week is actually low-key difficult. Oh wow, she woke up early. I think that she's really ready to get her day started. Okay, let's have her maybe make herself some gourmet food for breakfast. Literally whatever, just like a yogurt or something, just so she ups her skill. And I think that she's actually, oh, I was gonna say I think that she's actually pretty close. We literally just reached it and she finished one of her tasks. Okay, this one wasn't really that difficult. Keep working on your aspiration to gain satisfaction points. I have plenty, so I'm not worried. Oh my gosh, I just noticed. Maybe after all this research is done, we can catch a movie or something. Oh my gosh, Grimm, look at you being a little flirt. See, I told you it's gonna work out for them. And we finally unlocked the next reward, so let's claim, oh, it's actually 2 of them. Okay, let's claim the potion then. Inspired potion, doesn't really matter, but I am excited for this one. Portrait of Lady Mimsy. She's enjoying her afternoon in the garden of the Von Hound estate. Some people say they've seen the painting move, but that's probably just an urban legend, right? Well, I mean, let's just put that to the test and place it somewhere in the house. It is a little bit expensive. It's kind of unfortunate they don't really give you a copy for free first. Oh my god, it's huge! Why is it so big? I can't really put that anywhere in the house. That's ridiculous. I can just like make it a little bit like smaller here. Because like that's a more reasonable size for it, isn't it? But let's take a closer look. Are we going to catch anything? Is it actually moving or is it just like a spooky story? I mean, after everything is over here, maybe we could actually go and meet Lady Mimsy because I know that we can find her in Windenburg, but it's not really the point now. But it looks like it's just a portrait. And we have stuff to take care of. Oh, she's just so frustrated all the time. But you know what? Let's just maybe harvest everything and water everything. But I think that we can actually start like working on stuff here. And I'm really hoping that we get an orchid here. Oh, we actually did get it. Oh my god, that's so helpful. So I need to graft a pomegranate first and then plant this. Okay, I'm gonna plant this like right here. I think I will plant it immediately and then we have to take a cutting here and just put it here. So let's maybe take a cutting and graft it to this tree. Oh no, which one is this? Okay, this is a cherry. We need this one. So let's see. Oh no, now we have to wait for it to grow. I really don't want to. That's the problem. Well, I moved the orchid here to the middle so it's in its own like special little container and she's doing a bit of watering, trying to take care of it, but we also have to take care of this one. Maybe do like a little bit of talking to it to make it grow faster. I don't know if that's really gonna help, but now it's just kind of a matter of waiting because we do have a pomegranate here and we do have an orchid here. Maybe a bit of fertilizing will help and surely that's gonna do something. So let's just fertilize both of these plants. So my logic here is that they've both been fertilized with something super special, so they will just like fully grow instantly. So that happened right now and we still have to kind of wait to be able to harvest it though, so that's a bit of a problem. Maybe I can go into the delivery for groceries and see if they have anything in stock. So we need to go into fruits and just kind of pray and hope that they have a pomegranate randomly, and they do not. Well, I'm desperate enough to send her back to Glimmerbrook. Maybe we'll actually have a bit more luck at the stand with the ingredients like we did last time with the fish. Well, I'm sure that she's excited to be back here. It's just really annoying that the circumstances are so annoying and stressful. I'm really hoping for good luck though. Oh my god, are you kidding? It's not even open? Why? It should be. It's noon. Are you having a lunch break or something? Look how angry she is. It's literally the only stall that's not open. The rest of them are. That's such a slap in the face. Oh, finally you bothered to actually show up. Alright, let's see if we have any luck here. Nothing useful. I absolutely knew it. Okay, she's back home and I'm kind of thinking, like, would it be fine if I took a cutting from this, like right now, and grafted it to this? Because this technically does have a pomegranate in it. It does say apple though, so I'm a bit worried. I don't know if this is a good idea. I probably shouldn't. While we wait to figure out the garden, I think I'm gonna summon Grim so we hang out a little bit more, but she does seem really frustrated. I mean, at this point, she's probably quite frustrated with him because we're struggling so much to do these things for him and meet his whims and try to find his favorite flower. Kind of romantic if you think about it, but also really frustrating because it's so difficult. He's feeling a little bit embarrassed. He can't wait for his next vacation. That's so cute. He'll be baking cupcakes. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. What? Oh, he's going to Vladdy's grave. Wait a minute, that's kind of huge. Do you want to hang out here? Okay, let's have Lilith here. He looks kind of upset about Vladdy. I think that he's on board with bringing him back. Wait, that's actually huge. Okay, well, I think that this is, weirdly enough, a perfect place for them to actually flirt and bond in this little makeshift graveyard. I mean, it is quite fitting and quite poetic, isn't it? And he's actually flirting now. That is crazy that they're flirting in this little graveyard. See, it's just so fitting for them. It's literally like painful how fitting this is. Oh, do they want to have like a better view of the graveyard? I think that they do. And they're doing like a bit more like heart-to-heart talks. They even gained a sentiment together. Wait, this is kind of ridiculous, isn't it? They're having such a good time together. And she's throwing in some more flirting, which I think is actually working. They still don't have the romance bar. I feel like maybe they even can't have it, which is okay. I think maybe for the better, but we can at least see that we're kind of leaning in that direction. And they actually became good friends, and they're even having a little hug. Oh, that actually went really well. He's still gonna go to Vladdy's grave. She's gonna pee herself though, which would be really embarrassing in front of her new crush, so I think I'll just have her go take care of that. Yeah, no, but look at Grim. He's like distraught over Vladdy specifically, so I think that he actually is on board. Maybe Vladdy is just tormenting him in the afterlife. He maybe just wants to get rid of the poor thing. So he just wants to bring him back for that reason. Okay, fair enough. But I'm feeling very frustrated with this death flower, so I sent everyone to sleep really early in hopes that tomorrow morning is gonna bring some progress. Alright, it's the morning. Let's just head into the garden immediately. And I see that we have stuff happening. So this grew and hopefully we get a pomegranate out of it. And this is doing fine. We don't really need to touch it right now. So let's just harvest here immediately. So she did get a pomegranate, which is amazing. So where do I plant it now? I think I need some space. So I think I might actually have to tear this tree down. So let's just like immediately uproot this, get rid of it, and place the pomegranate here and plant it. And I do wonder if she can immediately take a cutting from it. If so, that is going to be so helpful. Let's see. Oh no, it failed to germinate. Try putting it in more open space. We'll just plant it outside. It doesn't even matter. Just so we have it planted and just so I can take a cutting, hopefully. So let's see. This is so stressful. Oh no, it's out of season. I'm gonna cheat that. I don't care at this point. You know what? It's a full tree now. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it. I don't want to deal with it. So let's just take a cutting from this stupid tree. I'm sorry for cheating so much, but I don't want to leave this for next week. That's what I get for just playing this back to back. So now let's actually graft this with the pomegranate. So it's officially gonna be a death flower and then we're done. We just need to wait for it to grow, which is hopefully gonna be sometime tomorrow. Well, Grim just came over to check how her progress is going and maybe we can complain to him that this is just taking ridiculously long. How is he not helping? This is just unfair. Why is he doing absolutely nothing? At least some flirting cheating is still happening, so I guess that she's not too mad at him, but I feel like she is feeling quite frustrated with him at this point. Well, at least it's still a pleasant conversation. He's even giving her a gift to make her feel better, so that's really quite lovely. Oh, he gave her some flowers. That's so sweet. But she took a bit of a better look at the bouquet of flowers and noticed something quite interesting. The death flower, my absolute favorite. I mean, it is his favorite flower. Of course he knows where to find it, so he just thought, why not share? So we unlocked the final reward by totally normal and acceptable means. So we got this book, and that is Fishing Volume 2. And that completes this week, which was obviously difficult. I was struggling. But let's take a little look at her inventory, and the death flower is right there, along with the bouquet that he gave her. Look, I mean, I did cheat to hell and back this time, but it was just so frustrating, and it's not really that cheaty. Because we do have the death flower growing right here, I just don't really want to wait for it, and I actually have a really good reason. Because we have 3 birthdays happening today. I've been pushing them back for like a while now, and I don't want these 3 to age up in this series. I want them to age up in their own series, so I just kind of had to speed things along. But at least now we can just leave it at these 2 bonding and talking a little bit more, and it looks like they actually get on pretty well. I was a bit unsure at the start, but it looks like they kind of really enjoy spending their time together, and I think that the Grim Reaper is pretty much the only match for Lilith in this entire world, so I guess it makes sense. But tune in right here if you want to see week 5, hopefully with less cheating. If the next episode is not out yet, here is something to watch while you wait. See you there!